Here we are on the layout. Check out the airplane flying overhead. See? Added feature, airplane flying overhead. And then we've added a little Jurassic Park. See? You know, part of the fun of model railroading is adding features to your layout. Keep it simple, keep it fun. That's my model here on this layout. Keep it simple, keep it fun. I had a little frustration this last week with working with a locomotive with sound. Just run into a lot of problems with it. And I'm not a big fan on locomotives with sound at this present moment because I just, sometimes can you imagine if you had like 4 locomotives, 3 locomotives with sound, and you have all that sound, and it's like everybody talking in a room talking together at the same time. You can't understand what anybody's saying. Well, I think that'd be the same thing with the sound on the locomotives. Now, I'm not knocking it, don't get me wrong. I'm just not ready for that. I'm very happy with my layout right now. I run my trains really nice and slow. Down on the lower deck we have O-scale. And I like it as far as collectability and looks, but not my favorite as far as running, because to me it's rather loud and clangy. I like HO, at least my HO. From my experience, I like this. She moves slow. It's a nice running locomotive. I've used the simpler way of laying the track. I got Bachmann Snap Track, Easy Track, whatever you want to call it. Real simple. One thing about it that I found is it's really easy to lay. Once you get it set up and everything right, pretty much your trains will run good on it. The problem with a lot of times laying some of the other track is if you get a little off, you're going to constantly throw cars. And my whole thing is I'm building a layout to be able to enjoy it and watch it run. I'm not big into a lot of switches and a lot of that, because basically all I'm doing is building a menagerie, imaginary city, like going to Disneyland. To me, it's like going to Disneyland. You're at Disneyland. What makes Disneyland fun? The imagination. So the railroad, the model railroad, becomes imagination. So here is my imaginary place to go to every day. And let's face it, right now it's cold and wintry, but not on the layout. It's nice. And we did have a little fall tree there that we just added. We've added all kinds. We keep adding, and the fun of it, really, to be honest with you, I think just building the layout and watching everything as it comes along. My menagerie. My imagination runs wild on my layout. And this could be you. You could have the same fun. Anyhow, I'm not a great speaker. I'm just a guy who has a layout in his living room, who has an understanding wife, who has no problem with it being in our living room. And we added the little motel with the motel rooms, sort of nice. And then this track here is our back and forth track. Just goes back and forth. Took this passenger car and added a little aging to it, which was fun. And so that's where we're at. Then our little orange grove. The orange grove reminds me of where I grew up. I grew up in a town where citrus was popular, was something that they did. They grew oranges, avocados, and lemons. But here we are on the layout, enjoying it. Hey, have fun, make it fun, keep it simple.